guys, how's it going? Today we're going to talk about this John McEnroe, Serena Williams feud that's been going on lately. If you guys heard about this.
It's lighting up the tennis world.
Oh, nice. In case you aren't familiar, apparently he has a new book coming out, and in it he had mentioned that Serena Williams was one of the greatest female athletes of all time. In an NPR interview, the reporter asked why he needed to qualify it with female athletes of all time. Wouldn't she just be considered one of the greatest athletes of all time? And he said, no, because you can't rank her against men, and if she were to play in the men's circuit, she wouldn't be able to beat like the 700th tennis player, which is just so offensive. We don't need to be comparing men and women athletes at all.
Right. Also, yeah, what's the point you're making, McEnroe? Because I feel like as just this old school alpha male playing a sport where women are on a similar playing field to men, if not the same, you're just like this old school dude trying to protect your masculinity by saying that Serena Williams couldn't beat you.
Well, putting her at 700th in the male is kind of like, you didn't have to go, if you're going to say, oh no, he could have just said like, well no, if he believes tennis is a sport that favors men, it very well could be, I don't know, I'm not good at like any sports. You don't have to be like, oh no, 700 athletes do better than the women. They suck.
Also,
women are at tennis. Like, you don't have to do that.
I would love if our editor can pull a picture of Serena and a picture of Kevin Durant and tell me who's more ripped.
Oh yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I don't follow tennis closely because it's a coward sport, but I always was under the impression that it favored women.
Right.
My dad was a huge tennis fan, and he watched Wimbledon and the U.S. Open every year. And I remember asking him once, like, have the men play the women? And he was like, well, the women would win. Like, their games last longer because they have more stamina, they have more dexterity and speed on the court. They're just like, the sport, as I understood it, favored female bodies, and then I just never thought about it again because that doesn't matter.
Let's be real. She's 8 months pregnant, and she could kick McEnroe's ass.
Not even in tennis, but in like a physical match.
No doubt. And
well, McEnroe is 137 years old,
right?
And he's most famous for screaming at the umpire.
Right.
I believe.
And is completely irrelevant and needs to just take down one of the top athletes
weird.
in the world.
It feels like a very contentious thing to have said and then stuck by, because then a couple days later he was asked on CBS News something or other whether or not he wanted to walk back his statements, and he said, no. She's been very magnanimous about it, and she was like, John, if you could please refrain from mentioning me, that would be great. It's like, just stop bringing me up. This is just creating controversy and you're sucking me into this.
And he's just being a petty little boy, being like, I'm better.
And then, so I just wanted to bring up, as I was reading this and like, eye roll, this sucks, digesting this news, I happened upon in my Twitter feed a post from Michael Rappaport where he was basically like, yo, Serena, I think you're beautiful, I want to marry you, but let's be real, McEnroe's right. I'm all about female equality, but female bodies are not equal to men's. I blame this on all the male feminist boys. And I was just like, shut the up. I retweeted it, shut the up, Michael Rappaport. Not thinking he'd ever see it, but he did. He saw it, and he replied.
It's the beef of the century, guys.
He replied to me.
It's just a string of irrelevant men coming out of the woodwork.
So he blamed feminism on men?
Male feminist boys.
That's taking things real
far.
Yeah, that's meta.
No. Yeah, he's like, you offended by this? I'm misogynistic? What's the matter, mama?
Oh, gross. Oh.
I was like,
disgusting.
I am. And it goes on and on. He goes, you're also the problem. It's you, girl. It's you, girl. Don't worry. Our Twitter beef ended with, why don't you blame the NPR reporter who asked the question, where's our NPR boycotts? And I just told him, NPR creates great programming, and you should check out This American Life.
Why don't we blame a journalist for asking an athlete a question about a thing he said?
Yeah, I mean, that's the real problem.
That's down. We're down a rabbit hole.
Not just that. He's like, why don't you blame the female journalist who asked the question? Okay, you're just missing the point entirely, man.
I mean, Michael Rappaport has never come across as a smart man.
It was a real Twitter beef. And my point just being that why are we even having this conversation? Why are we right now having it?
Yeah.
Well, we have
Yeah.
But
Because this is our job.
That's our job.
this is our job. But not, yeah. So,
I need a new
But
bookshelf.
Michael Rappaport, this is not your job. Serena Williams is great. We all know this.
Serena,
That
you
will
are
go
a
down
hero.
in history. That she was great, and McEnroe will be known for being a petty little boy on a tennis court. He's going to be remembered for yelling at a ref.
So maybe
think
none
it is
of
the
us
umpire.
should take him seriously at all, and yeah, let him go away.
Wait, does
Yeah.
tennis have refs or umpires?
Let us know in the comments. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching that video. Click the C in the middle if you want to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell to get notifications every time we come out with a new video. And we gave you plenty of things to ask us in the comments.
Yeah, I've got nothing to add to that.
There's gonna be so many tennis experts in the comments.
I know.
That have so many things to say.
Tennis is a bad sport.